I'm Vic Resendiz with the Allegheny Museum, but this presentation is being brought to you by the Community Trust Foundation as well as Canal Place, the Maryland Heritage Area Authority through a grant. What you are about to hear is the Cumberland Theatre performing excerpts from Hamilton. For those of you who don't know, the whole Whiskey Rebellion is a result of Alexander Hamilton. In 1700s, in 90-something, basically the country was broke after the American Revolution. We needed to raise money to pay off the debt. Alexander Hamilton said, let's tax the production of whiskey. Congress passed an act to make that happen. People in Western Maryland and Pennsylvania in particular revolted, especially the farmers. If for those of you who don't know, the little bit of history here is that in addition to distillers that made whiskey, farmers actually had their normal farm production, and at the end of the year they would turn into whatever they produced into whiskey, because they could easily transport that over the poor, horrible roads that existed at the time, and raise money and use that for barter for whatever things that they needed for the rest of the year. So when the whiskey tax was implemented, they revolted. In Pennsylvania, they actually burnt down a house of a revenue agent and tarred and feathered him. In Cumberland, however, we were on the government side. George Washington said this was the first threat to the American taxing authority, the federal government. So he created a militia of 13,000 people and actually came to Fort Cumberland right here and reviewed the troops. That show of force was significant enough to quell the rebellion. The little footnote here is Congress a few years later repealed the whiskey tax because it was very unpopular. But what you're about to hear is excerpts from Hamilton, which I think this is a brilliant group, and they will highlight for you the Whiskey Rebellion and Alexander Hamilton. Thank you.